Palm Sunday. Actually, it's Passion Sunday, but we probably know as Palm Sunday. Very interesting how we identify this particular day as Palm Sunday. And you attend the whole ceremony, Mass. It's very little to do with the Palm Sunday. We have a little bit at the beginning of Mass outside of church. We hand out palms, we process in, and after that, it's we move forward. So really, the Palm Sunday has a very little, in a sense, little role to play, because the gospel, as you recall, it's the Passion. It's a bit lengthy gospel, right? So focuses on the Lord's Passion, very little really on the Palm procession. But yet, it's our tradition, it's our heritage. And of course, we seem to like getting those palms, seem to be one strip, one little piece. I always admire those people who are very crafty with the palms and make little crosses, corsages, quite talented. But let's look at being that we can't do it the whole Passion, but look at the gospel dealing with the Palm Sunday itself, Jesus' entrance into Jerusalem. It's from Mark chapter 11, 1 through 10. When Jesus and his disciples drew near to Jerusalem, to Bethphage and Bethany at the Mount of Olives, he sent two of his disciples to go up to the village opposite you. Immediately on entering it, you will find a colt tethered on which no one has ever sat. Untie it and bring it here. If anyone should say to you, "Why are you doing this?" reply, "The master has need of it," and will send it back here at once. So they went off and found the colt tethered at a gate outside of the street, and they untied it. Some of the bystanders said to them, "What are you doing untying that colt?" They answered them, just as Jesus had told them to, as they permitted them to do it. So they brought the colt to Jesus and put their cloaks over it. They sat on it. Many people spread their cloaks on the road, and others spread leafy branches they had cut from the fields. Those preceding as well, those following kept crying out, "Hosanna! Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Blessed is the kingdom of our father David is to come. Hosanna in the highest." I always found it kind of fascinating and kind of cool that, going to this village opposite the village, and you find the coat and just take it. What? It's like you're stealing, doesn't it? I mean, you just go there, take it. And if someone tries to stop you, say, "The master has need of it." "Oh, okay, take it." Yet it worked. He knew about it. Jesus foretold it in a way in the future, and it's just the way it was, so bold, and they just did it. And when they saw them taking it, they didn't put up any much resistance. Now, one interpretation said this. You read the Gospel, Matthew, Mark, and Luke. They have Jesus only going to Jerusalem, other than when he was 12 years old on this occasion. But in John, he has Jesus multiple times in Jerusalem. The big feast, he was in Jerusalem, so he was no stranger. So one said perhaps that he might have been in Jerusalem, had a friend and told him what to expect. And maybe the password to know that it was from Jesus is the master has use of it, has need of this. That may have been what it is, or simply maybe it's just Jesus. He's always in command, always in control. And so they put him on the donkey. Now, when a warrior, leader, a king went into battle, he rode the horse. But if he was victorious, he returned riding the donkey. We don't see donkey as being that special. I happen to have a special affection for donkeys, but that's what it meant. You come in, it's a sign of peace, not of violence, not of going to march into battle, but if you're victorious, you come non-threatening as a person of peace. And that's what Jesus was, a person of peace, coming into the city. And now they gathered, hoping that this would be the time. And to say, "Hosanna, Hosanna," we kind of shout it out, and we think of some sort of word of praise and honor. But really, Hosanna means, I think, go forward, to go forward. And what do you mean go forward? Hoping that Jesus would be the king, and that now he would come to rule. The Messiah has come. Little they realize what would happen, right? That the idea again throughout the Gospels, he's not this victorious warrior that they expected and wanted, but he would go now to face his end, not the end of the Roman Empire, but his own end, that he would be put to death. And so we must follow him as well into Jerusalem. We follow him into our own death. We follow him as carrying our own cross and suffering. And that, Hosanna, go forward, and we must go forward too. All right? And we must be people of peace people of peace. And it's hard to do sometimes. I don't talk about huge areas of war, things like that, but simply in our interactions with one another, in our own family, to have peace. All right? Sometimes it takes us to hold our tongue, to bite our tongue, to walk away, and to, is it really worth it? Is it really your need to be right? Better not to break the gift of peace that Jesus came to bring. So may you be blessed this Holy Week. And no matter how your Lent may have gone, maybe you fell very short of your resolutions, your promises, your different motivations. Now you have Holy Week that you can, it's like cramming for the final exam that last week. Here's your chance. Maybe you might attend church services this week, Holy Thursday, Good Friday. Prepare yourself, all right? Prepare yourself these days. May they be holy, may they be special. May they be blessed by God's Spirit. Hosanna to the Son of David. God bless you.